been getting buzzed by choppers all night. So it's now like 2 in the morning. I don't know. My name's Donovan Thurman. Join me and my dog Remi as we travel off the beaten path in my trusty old Subaru. I'm on North Carolina's beautiful Crystal Coast, and that is where this video series begins. In December 2019, my dog Remi and I loaded up my Subaru Outback and hit the road to the East Coast, but it appears that today, the cold and wind of the Oregon coast may have followed us here. So we made it here. This is like the northernmost part, at least near the area where I was going, on the Outer Banks on the North Carolina coast. I tell you what, it's kind of perfect conditions right now, for at least for me, because I'm from Oregon and I'm used to the wind and the cold at the beach. And right now there's only 4 other cars besides me in this parking lot, and it's blue skies, and the water's blue, and the sand is really soft and white. It's pretty awesome. Not something I'm used to. The cold I'm used to, and I think it's definitely keeping a lot of these Tar Heel state citizens kind of away from the coast right now. Plus, it's the middle of the week. But I kind of wanted to get here first, and I'm going to start kind of exploring into the Croatan National Forest. I was driving through a lot of it, and it's very strange to me strange for me to have a bunch of towns and cities and houses inside of the National Forest. So I thought it's probably going to end up being an even smaller actual wilderness area than I expected. So finding camping might be pretty tricky, and we might actually end up having to go urban stealth and find like a hotel or a hospital or something and just crash there for the night. But if that is the case, then whatever. It's still a pretty awesome day here at the coast. So I think I'm actually going to head south down the coast some more on these Outer Banks, and then circle back up and around towards the Croatan National Forest. And I'm sorry again if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Like I said, I'm not from here, so I'm just kind of guessing. So that's it. It's pretty early in the morning now. We got all day to really explore and look for a spot to sleep, so we're gonna get back on the road. So the lake behind me is called Great Lake. From what I can tell, just looking at the rough map, this is the only road that gets to it. And unfortunately, this spot right here, while it could be a really awesome spot, there's a little tiny boat ramp for people to drop boats into the lake. But unfortunately, this is a spot, like so many places, that's been pretty abused. It's not the worst I've seen, but there's a lot of trash, car batteries that have been shot, lots of shooting debris, which is really unfortunate. You know, I'm a shooting enthusiast myself, and I like going out into the woods and shooting, but I've always picked it up. In fact, my senior project in high school was going out and cleaning up shooting spots in the forest. So it's kind of unfortunate to see all this stuff here. I wasn't really coming out here with the plan to clean up anything, and I didn't bring any big garbage bags with me. So unfortunately, I'm not really going to be able to bring a whole lot of it with me. It's not the worst spot I've seen, but it is kind of unfortunate. So we're going to head back and do a little bit more exploring and see where we end up for the night. So we've been driving around the Croatan National Forest for probably a couple hours now. It's definitely different than what I'm used to when it comes to exploring national forests. The roads, actually, the main roads are pretty smooth. They're not that bad, but there's not a lot of options for branching off of the main roads. I'm used to kind of countless options and all these different side roads. In Oregon, we have what I refer to as 3-digit roads, where each forest road is numbered, and the side roads are typically 3 digits, and they're a little bit rougher. There's nothing really like that here. I haven't even seen any numbers. These roads have actual names, and a lot of them dead end at gates. So this is kind of the last spot along Catfish Lake here where there's kind of a turnout. It's not in super great shape. There is still quite a bit of trash and litter around, but it's the kind of things that I'm used to kind of seeing off of main roads, where there's easy access. Like I said before, there's easy access for all the disrespectful idiots too. So this spot's not that bad. Like I said, it's the farthest away. I don't expect to be bothered out here. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. I don't think I'm gonna see too many people. I think we've probably got another couple hours of sunlight. I expect the sun's gonna set right over here, over the other side of the lake, so I'm hoping, crossing my fingers and hoping for somewhat of a cool sunset right here at this spot, and make some dinner, and me and Remi can sleep a little bit. Finish my audiobook, so it's time to start a new one, so that's gonna be fun. But before starting that audiobook, it'll be nice to just sit back and listen to the sound of solitude. Well, that's my simple dinner made, but clearly Remi's dog food just wasn't quite enough. My sleeping setup inside the Subaru is pretty simple. Just a big thick Thermarest sleeping pad and a nice light 25-degree down sleeping bag. And you should always have your best friend test out the sleeping area for comfort. I think she approves. These simple window vents were easy to make, and they cost less than $5. And in combination with a cheap rechargeable fan, it keeps condensation in the car to a minimum. made a plan to set an alarm early so I could go back to the coast and catch the sunrise, but it appears that the US military decided to set that alarm for me. Sorry for the creepy ghost look. I'm using my phone to light up for the camera. Anyway, so I was going to get up early because I'd never seen a sunrise over the ocean before. That's not something you get on the West Coast. Unfortunately, camping right here, there is a military base, I don't know, just a few miles away. And I've been getting buzzed by choppers all night, so it's now like 2 in the morning. I'm gonna let the car warm up and just get to the beach really early. So that's the plan. So Remi and I are now really tired. Getting up that early to catch the sunrise pays its price, but I think it was worth it. And it was kind of a nice way to end out this quick overnight camping trip here in North Carolina. So now it's time to start a new audiobook, head back, and start planning the next camping trip, which I think is going to be in the mountains. If you'd like to follow along with the rest of our adventures, make sure to subscribe. And to make sure you don't miss out on any other videos, click the notification bell as well.